Welcome to Heartglow CEO, where high achievers evolve into purpose-driven powerhouses. I'm Kc Rossi, your Integrative Leadership Coach. Join us to break free from people-pleasing and burnout, exploring mindset, embodiment, and soul alignment. Discover expert insights, success stories, and actionable tips for holistic wealth on your terms. This is where transformation meets the modern female leader. Let's go. Welcome to another episode of Heartglow CEO, where we dive deep into the lives of high-achieving female leaders like yourself, exploring the delicate balance between success and well-being. Today, we're going to talk about something truly special, your glow factor. And I am personally glowing just a little bit more since last episode because I've spent a good amount of time in Florida, and I cannot tell you the difference having sunshine and feeling the sand in between your toes makes. It's been a pretty gray winter here in upstate New York, so having that breaking up the routine and getting in some natural vitamin D has made all the difference for me personally. But we are going to dive into some actionable things that you can do, so let's get into it. Now, as high-achieving women, we often find ourselves on a relentless pursuit of success, juggling countless responsibilities and striving for excellence in every aspect of our lives. Can you relate? We often face the pressure to conform to certain standards or expectations, leading us to silence our true selves to fit in. And that is no fun at all. In this quest for greatness, it is so easy to lose sight of one crucial element, and that is maintaining your inner glow that sets you apart from the crowd. Now, you know it when you see it. In fact, maybe just by hearing me say that, someone comes to mind for you. When you are in someone's presence and you notice, something is different about them. They glow, they radiate. There's something magnetic about them. It reminds me of the scene in When Harry Met Sally, where the woman says, "I will have what she's having." So think about it. What makes you unique? What sets you apart from others in your field? It's not just your accomplishments or your accolades. It is your glow factor. That inner radiance, that aura of confidence and authenticity that shines throughout everything that you do. It's nothing that you can put a price on. To me, it's really like this priceless radiance. Now, are you in touch with that? Are you in touch with your own glow factor? If not, I just want you to know that you're not alone. It is all too common to get swept up with the day-to-day routine, which can dull your spark, or, and this is a big one, to have self-doubt creep in. And when that inner critic and that feeling of like imposter syndrome creeps in, it can absolutely push you to dim your light. Keeping that glow alive isn't always easy. The pressures of modern life. I also think the tremendous amount of inputs, and I've talked about this before, that endless scrolling in social media can absolutely squash you. Certainly the demands of your career, the endless to-do lists can absolutely take their toll, leaving you feeling depleted and disconnected from your true self. So take a breath. Take a breath with me here. And ask yourself, how would I rate my glow factor right now? How would I rate my glow factor right now? Are you radiating with confidence and vitality? Or are you feeling dimmed and depleted? Take a moment to reflect on where you are and where you'd like to be. Now let's talk about how you can up your glow factor and reclaim your radiance. Again, it is not about adding more to your plate or pushing yourself harder. It's about finding balance and prioritizing your well-being. One way to enhance your glow factor is by nurturing your mind, body, and soul. If you know my work at all, you know that my focus is on holistic wealth. It is not just about the numbers in your bank account. It is the full picture, your physical, emotional, spiritual, financial, connective. And when I say connective, that always kind of snags people. They're like, what is that? That's really about your relationships, your inner and outer tribe, and also the relationship with yourself. And then the final piece, the sixth piece in this little pie chart, is the collective. What is that positive ripple effect? What is your give back? What is your mission? And here's the thing, we're not going to be tens on every segment in this little pie chart. And frankly, that is not the point. But if we just focus on our career, for example, our wheel is going to be lopsided. When I first start working with a client, one of our surveys is a life and leadership wheel. It's a simple 1 to 10 self-assessment where they rate themselves in areas like finances, high energy relationships, health and aging, and so forth. And this is a really good baseline to launch from. And then at the end of our engagement, we do a post survey as well, so we can measure the results of coaching. It is completely illuminating. But back to the imbalance. When we look at the overall wheel colored in, it's easy to see where the focus has been. What's most common that I see with the women that I serve is that productivity and career are super high. I mean, they are bumped out. And well-being and self-care and that health and aging section is pretty low. It's common for high-achieving women to work super hard to succeed, gain recognition, and advance in their careers at the sacrifice of their well-being. Sad, but true. Why is this the case? Many times it's because we have subscribed to the paradigm that hard work is honest work, that to rise and be recognized, we have to be the first one in the office and the last one to leave, and that if we don't answer that text or email after hours, that we will disappoint others, drop the ball, or worse, that our job could depend on it. That's a lot of pressure. But if we keep subscribing to this, our actions will follow. The only way to break it is to unsubscribe. We have to unhook from these thoughts that we keep thinking. We have to unhook from this outdated paradigm that is not serving us. In fact, it is depleting us. It sounds really easy, right? Like just unsubscribe. Like now that you know it, just unsubscribe. But in reality, in my experience, this takes women a long time to unwind. It took me a long time to unwind. If it was as easy as putting up a boundary and calling it a day, we would all be balanced, joyful, radiant, and making bank. But most times, it is connected to a deeper root, one that is enmeshed with our self-worth and lovableness. And that, my friend, is the core of my work and what I help women navigate. Once you go beneath the surface, it starts to get juicy. The presenting problem is rarely what it's about. There is a thing behind the thing, and that's when it starts to not only get interesting, but transformational. Remember, when you are balanced on the inside, you radiate from the outside. And there's science to back it up. Studies have shown that when we prioritize self-care and well-being, our brains release feel-good chemicals like serotonin and dopamine, which not only boost your mood, but also enhance your overall glow. Isn't that cool? So, Think about what brings you joy and fulfillment. Is it spending time with loved ones? Pursuing your passions like art? That's something that has been juicing me up, is really getting into this feminine fluidity of art, letting go of the rules, letting go of perfectionism, and just diving into the canvas and following that body wisdom. So maybe it's pursuing a passion for you, or simply taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of the world around you. That could be forest bathing. That could be just really taking in what's happening in nature. Whatever it is for you, make it a priority in your life now. I know if you're like me, what helps you make things a priority is scheduling it. So, schedule it and then commit. My invitation to you is to take a moment to address where the areas of your life might be imbalanced and choose one priority and then create one action step that will help you achieve your goal. And here's the thing that I want to underscore. We then have to commit it. We can't set it and forget it. We have to really bring it top of mind. Maybe that's putting it on a Post-it so you can see it, you can touch it, you can remember. Or perhaps you share it with a bestie or a partner and ask them to help you stay accountable. Whatever that is for you. Maybe you do both. So finally, let's talk about the power of community and connection in enhancing your glow factor. Surrounding yourself with supportive, like-minded individuals who uplift and inspire you absolutely makes all the difference in maintaining your radiance. I always say that we are stronger together. It is so much more than a trendy hashtag. There is a collective energy. There is an entrainment. There's an emotional contagion where like begets like. I know that's a lot of words, but in a nutshell, basically, what we're around, we start to reflect and then we start to bounce back and forth. So these high energy relationships, being in high vibe conversations, filling up our brains with things that are going to expand us, enliven us, make us excited, bring us closer to our best self. These are the things that are going to really help enhance, amplify, and optimize your glow factor. Because how can you glow? How can you really feel at peace with who you are if you're bringing in things that add to your stress level? And this kind of goes back to managing your inputs. If you're watching things that are maybe activating your nervous system in a way that's suspense, horror, thriller, violence, if you watch a lot of news, which can oftentimes be sensationalized and having negativity on repeat, it's going to be really challenging to radiate glow and positivity. And when we talk about attraction, where like begets like, that's something that I want you to really be aware of. What are you putting into your system? Even your food. Are you putting in food that is going to increase your glow factor? Like fresh fruit, alive food, juices, maybe supplements if that's your thing, right? Like things that are going to make you feel lighter, more joyful, clear. Or is it cooked food, microwaved food, high stimulants like caffeine and alcohol? These are things that are really, really important when you are interested in your glow factor. So keep that in mind, right? Keep that in mind. The other thing is seeking out mentors, colleagues, and friends who encourage you to be your best self, who celebrate your success, who lift you up when you're feeling down, and also who are on the path, because it's really easy to be passive. It is really easy to say, tomorrow, not today. So when you align with people in your inner tribe, when you share energy with them, and they're also doing the work, they also have the consciousness to, when they know better, they do better. There is this energetic flow. You get to catch a spark from one another. I think that that's one of the most exciting things. So together, we can create a powerful network of support that fuels our growth and that keeps your glow alive. So in the words of Brené Brown, connection is why we're here. We are hardwired to connect with others. It's what gives purpose and meaning to our lives. Isn't that awesome? I'm going to repeat that. Connection is why we're here. We are hardwired to connect with others. It's what gives purpose and meaning to our lives. So cherish those connections, nurture them, create them from scratch if you need a new circle, and let them fuel your inner glow from within. All right, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with one final thought. You, my friend, are a force to be reckoned with. You are strong, capable, and worthy of all the success and happiness in the world. So go forth and shine your light brightly, knowing that your glow factor is unlimitless. And here's the thing, what you focus on expands. When you start to focus on your glow factor, it's going to get stronger. It's going to get brighter. There is going to be a much more energetic expansion as you start to increase your capacity for your glow factor. It's like contributing, like it's putting deposits in this bank account of radiance. The more you put these little deposits in, the more you protect your nervous system, the more you fuel your system with freshness, your glow factor will expand. And like begets like. So other things, people, places, and things are going to start to vibe on that same wavelength. That's the exciting thing. You get to call in what you want. You get to call in things that are going to make you feel alive, fresh, which is going to help your confidence. It's going to boost all those little pie charts that we talked about earlier. It's going to boost them out. It's going to make you feel more balanced and put you on that path of thriving versus coping or surviving. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in to Heartglow CEO. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe. You can leave a review at lovethepodcast.com/brilliance. Again, that's lovethepodcast.com/brilliance. And of course, share it with your fellow high-achieving leaders. This is how we grow the message. This is how we spread the positive ripple effect. So I need you to help me be the mouthpiece for this show. And remember, no matter where you are in your journey, always keep your glow alive. Until next time, my friend, breathe joy and keep shining bright.